Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Gamers Den, the show where you, the viewer, come to me, the host, Canis Lupus, for all the video game walkthroughs and playthroughs. And today, on the history of the underappreciated, we are we are kind of diving in a little bit into next month, a little bit today. Not Tuesday, but I figured we'd start real quick before the October season starts. If you can't already tell from the thumbnail, we're doing Bear from Big Blue House. And of course, that is a Jim Henson production. No prizes to what we're going to be doing next month. The Muppets have invaded the Gamers Den all next month. Now, a couple of clicks. I have, my beard is getting stuck in my mouth. Now I know how a Muppet feels. God, Jesus. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You do not need to see that. But yeah. Now none of the gameplay that we're currently on, like Super Smash Brothers, Skylanders Giants, um, uh, Quantum Break. None of these games are none of the normal games that we've been playing are gonna take a back seat. It's just and some of the like top tens and maybe some of the collectors code stuff will be normal, but most of it is going to be pretty much 95% of it Muppet themed all throughout September. Um, and we're going to be looking at the Muppets, Sesame Street, various Jim Henson movies, and that we can remember, and maybe we'll find one or two of them, and of course all kinds of other stuff. But today on the History of the Underappreciated show, where we look back on various characters that are underappreciated for one reason or another. And you may be wondering, Bear in the Big Blue House isn't underappreciated. It's a beloved
It's just so
show.
old, it's fallen
But
under the radar.
but there is one little problem that I did bring up a couple weeks ago. Copyright issues. Disney, the Jim Henson Company itself, which owns the Sesame Street Workshop, and Sony all own specific properties of Jim Henson's stuff. So they're kind of split in two parts, plus Sesame Street being its own thing. Now, and I don't know where Bear in the Boo Boo House is. If it's owned by Disney, they have no freaking excuse not to put that on Disney Plus.
Calm down, buddy.
But I'm sorry, that's one of the few shows I really wanted to watch because it was Disney, and I remember watching it as a kid.
Really?
No.
You watched it on Disney? I remember it being on PBS.
Bear in the Boo Boo House.
I think so.
No, that's a
Wait, no,
Disney.
that wasn't. Wait, no, that was Read Between the Lines.
Yeah, Read Between the Lines. Believe me, guys, we'll be looking into that at some point too.
Which is one that I haven't seen in years.
Well, thanks to the YouTube stuff, we could probably find a few episodes.
God, I haven't seen that since I was like 6.
Are you kidding me? That's all we could watch was frickin' PBS shows. Growing up, for the most part, we had relatives and we had cable at one point for like a year or two. But yeah, Bear in the Boo Boo House debuted on Disney years ago, and you know it's funny. Actually said in a news article once that it's the anti-Barney. See why Barney is kind of loud and boisterous. Bear is kind of soft-spoken, very kind, almost grandfatherly. And a lot of people like me.
Like a grandpa.
What?
He kind of looked like a grandpa
little
when you
bit.
think about it.
A little bit. But for people like me on the spectrum, yes, guys, I am on the spectrum. I have Asperger's syndrome, and growing up, if we were doing this as kids, Leo would be in front of the camera more than me. I kid you not. I wouldn't be talking like hell. I don't even know if me and him would even really be friends as kids, because I was that introverted.
Oh, I probably would have gotten you out of your shell.
Oh no, Mom was trying for years.
I mean, how long did it take for me to crack that shell when we met?
Well, it was kind of already chipped and cracked. we've been working on that thing on my show for years.
Yeah, but
As a kid, I would have probably ran from you. I
and
probably or stayed quiet.
I will say, as the meme goes, introverts get adopted by extroverts. I probably would have seen you and been like, he's gonna be my buddy. I'm gonna find a way to do it.
And you would have lost. I was that introverted, bud.
Are you kidding me? When I was in, I think it was third or fourth grade. I know it may have just been for a joke, but I got an award that was most outgoing. It said I was so outgoing I could make friends with a wall.
Okay.
I would not have stopped. I'd have chipped away at that shell every day. Every day of the week till it broke.
It wouldn't have broke then. I was that introverted. I didn't even really raise my hand much at all.
Neither did I. But I made friends with almost everybody I could.
And I would have been on even terms, but I was bullied quite a bit. So
I'd have
but
been there to back you up.
now I did have I think I still have the VHS cassette tape.
Excuse me.
I think the DVD as well.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. Probably the wine you drunk.
And it might have been that jar of pickles I ate.
That too.
To be fair though, it wasn't dill pickles. They were sweet gherkins.
You must be gherkin my chain. Jokes. All joking aside though. But this show aired for around 4, maybe 5 seasons. And the main host was Bear. We would go into his house, he'd sing songs, and talk about specific things. Normal stuff, like waking up, cleaning the house, and all kinds of other stuff. And I love this show. I even like Trico, which is a kind of a weird lemur thing, and he was probably the loudest of the bunch. I didn't really care for Pop and Otter though, as a kid. As an adult, I think they're freaking hilarious. But as a kid, I didn't really like them because they were troublemakers, and I'm not a big troublemaker. I was never a big troublemaker growing up. Kind of still aren't. I'm kind of still not a troublemaker. Bear was a full-bodied Muppet, and what that means is that one guy that would be in the suit, and there's like a little monitor. There'd be a dummy hand that wouldn't move for the most part. But Bear was unique. He had both arms. But one guy would have he would have the hand up and like this with the mouth movements and both hands moving. Now I don't know how they did it, but I think he did have a dummy hand. I think he did. I don't know. It's been forever since I watched The Bear in the Big Blue House myself. But yeah, Bear. He's orange in color. I think he's about roughly 7-8 feet tall. Blue nose, and like I said, super sweet, super nice, really good sniffer. And I don't mean that dirty. Get your minds out of the gutters. His nose is really good. He'll when we first go into the house, he's like, "What's that smell?" "It's you," and he would say whatever you smell like. Like for the breakfast one, it was smell like you just woke up this morning, or maybe you've been playing outside or whatever. But it didn't feel weird. It didn't feel creepy. It felt like a a your daddy bear just make like where have you been? You get right up close to the camera, and I loved it. It was cool for someone like me. I didn't like Barney growing up. I really did. And maybe it's because he was so loud and boisterous. Whereas Bear, he was even stated that he was really good. His biggest audience was autistic kids and kids on the spectrum, which I was. I've battled Asperger's syndrome since I was very little, and it's never going to go away. It's not something that can just go away. But he's a kind. I don't know what his relationship with Ojo is though. Another little bear in the show. Orange, blue nose, kind of looks a little bit like a little version of Bear. And I don't know if he's related at all. It's his son. They never say in the show. But he's got all these friends in the house, you know. Trico, the little lemur, Poppin Pip Otter, Little Mouse. I can't remember his name. Little Blue Mouse. Trillo. No, that's the lemur. I can't remember. I'd have to look him up. Ojo, like I've said, and funnily enough, one of his closest friends is the moon, Luna, and it's another puppet, and they sing a song. They sing all kinds of songs. Bear in the Blue House it's got a special place in my heart, guys. A lot of Jim Henson stuff does. So naturally, with school starting back up, I figured, why not break out that zany and the crazy? Because that's what's going to happen. School is crazy that first couple months. That first month or two. Me and Leo could probably attest to that. Even though neither of us have gone to school in years.
Attest to what?
That first month or two, trying to figure out all your classes again.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to find where they are.
Right, or trying to remember your teachers, or finding friends that you hadn't seen in a while. It can be crazy that first month or two. So I figured, school's starting back up. Let's turn up that crazy up a little bit more for y'all. And just dive into the insanity that is Jim Henson's creations. Now, as I've stated, we're going to be doing a few movies. I think we're going to do one of them that's a Muppet movie. Maybe a couple of them. An actual Muppet-based movie. I've got a Sesame Street one, and then a surprise fourth one, which I will be talking with Leo. We're going to try and find this one. At the end of the month, we're going to review that one. As we get further and further along, we'll start getting into newer and newer stuff. But yeah, with that being said, guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Go down and comment down below, guys. Let me know if you remember Bear in the Big Blue House on Disney Channel. And do you hope that it comes on to Disney Plus? I sure as hell hope so. If they make a deal with Sony, then it doesn't matter who owns the rights. Sony can put their stuff on Disney, or Disney will buy up the movie rights, the distribution stuff for them. That isn't tied to their gaming stuff or their consoles or whatever. Which is happening. They are talking with Sony. We don't know what they're talking about, but we do know it's mostly to do with Spider-Man. We don't know about anything else other than that. That being said, we'll see you guys next time. This has been Gamers Den. I've been Ken Lupus. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.